Hello guys, Frankie Forsyth back here with another video. Happy Easter guys. I'm making this video on Easter Day. And today, Easter is the true new year, by the way. April 1st, the true new year where spring, everything grows again. This is the true new year. This is the true return of the light, return of the summer. Anyways, today I want to talk about you don't have a girlfriend. Congratulations. And these are some reasons why that's a good thing and how you can, this is the real new year, start a new version of yourself, start something new that you have to improve on yourself, or an area in life you have to improve in. And a lot of people today, or a lot of young men today especially, are so consumed by the idea of having a girlfriend because they believe it's a big achievement to just have a girlfriend. And a lot of guys today, they don't even care how good she looks even, or what kind of person she is. They just care that they have a girlfriend and they have that accolade that they can, show their friends and tell their family members and stuff like this. But when you're detached from that, you can really start to improve your character, improve your morality, improve your life in general, and ultimately your spirit to escape this prison of a world we live in. But first, I want to start off with talking about you have self respect. And you'll notice all of these things come down from you just being a man at the end of the day, and you having boundaries, and you having, like I said right here, boundaries, you having rules, you having value for yourself. You valuing your time, you valuing your money because you know you have future plans and plans of the future. A lot of like younger kids nowadays, they've given into just complete hedonism, and they have no plans for the future. They have no idea where they're going in life. They're just drifting. And when you drift, you drift right into the devil's hands, and that's exactly what's happening, especially in the West. But yeah, ultimately, if you have self-respect, a lot of women will, like, they still might want to sleep with you, or they still might want to have sex with you or something, but ultimately you're going to realize that once you start to, if you are looking to take things further with this woman, or she's disrespecting you or something, then you just leave. That's when it becomes a problem, because she's not going to chase you after that, because she knows that she doesn't fit your program. So once you set boundaries and rules, usually the relationship will die out pretty quick. That's why you get some of these guys today saying how they've been with, I don't know how many women, like 50, 100 women, having all these bodies, because these stuff usually fizzle out pretty quickly when you have like a masculine frame, and you're not willing to take anything. And I'm not saying it's a good thing for a man to sleep with 50 or 100 women. I think that's far too many, but at the same time, you need experience as a man with women to, the more you do something, the better you become at it. But the next thing I want to talk about is masculinity. And this is, like I've said in my other videos before, this is like under attack like no other time in history nowadays, especially with the general population. When you're a masculine man, ultimately they just want to have sex with you sometimes, and then they want to try to control you into a relationship. I'm talking about, I'm not talking about a virtuous woman right now. I'm talking about like a worldly woman. And ultimately these women, they want to submit their body to their man in the bedroom, which is how it should be. But ultimately they don't want to completely submit. They don't want to submit to a man outside. They want the man to submit to them outside of the bedroom. They want a submissive man outside of the bedroom, but they want that man to take control. And that's why they have this conflicting thing about them going back and forth between, guys that treat them like a princess and buy them everything, and then guys that just have sex with them and throw them aside because they want to submit in the bedroom, but they want a man to submit to them outside of the bedroom. So oftentimes they have to get two men for this. That's why you might see some people who really go deep on this stuff, they might talk about how women have like a dual mating strategy, kind of like men do, but whether that's the right thing to have or whether that's the right thing to do, I don't know. We could discuss that. But another thing is feminism, which is just feminization of everything. Obviously, we're going to get things like toxic masculinity and things like this being thrown around where the man is hated and the male energy is hated. And ultimately, women don't want to submit outside to that because the outside world, women are they're very manipulative and they're good at manipulating things and being deceptive and stuff, but they're also really easy to manipulate. That's the fault of women. And that's why they submit to the views of the outside world to tell them that their man should submit to them and should buy them all this stuff. And the more he buys her, the more he loves her, stuff, shit like this, like just pointless materialism stuff. But ultimately, it's all about control with that. The masculine is to control and put things in order. So, like I was talking about in my other video, this symbol right here, the yang in women is just too much right now. So in order for you to have a girlfriend, you need to increase your yin energy to match that, which if you're not willing to do that, in my opinion, you have a real anointing, I'll say. But the last one right here is just being able to be alone, guys. This is ultimately what it comes down to. You being secure in yourself, you not requiring validation from other people, not always looking for a woman by your side or a woman to talk to at night, you know what I mean? You sound like, it sounds like a guy with like mommy issues, honestly, like a guy who needs a woman to talk to every night. You can take it or leave it. I mean, that's why, a lot of, like I said before, a lot of women, they might just want to have sex with you because ultimately you can take it or leave it. You don't really care. And for some reason, they like guys like that. And ultimately, it's are you in good company when you're alone? Are you in good company when you're by yourself? That's what it ultimately means to be alone but not lonely. When you're lonely, you're in craving for another person's energy. And yeah, when you're alone, you can rebuild yourself and rebuild your plans for the future and really focus on what you need to do with your life. And that's why I've talked on this channel before about things like semen retention and basically just retention of your energy and a different path of focusing your energy to get the things that you want out of life, or I guess build your spirit in whatever way you think is according to the will of God. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.